According to Atlanta Black Star, Chaka Khan to drop secret Prince collab album after 25 years of quote unquote red tape.
Mm-hmm.
It says Chaka Khan is set to release a long awaited album featuring unreleased songs she recorded with Prince. After years of red tape, the Queen of Funk reveals that her collaboration with the late legend is finally ready for fans.
I love this. This is exciting.
I'm scared.
I also feel like if Shaka, if you're available, could you just sing "Sweet Thing" one time for me because Mary didn't.
Yep. Well, I'm nervous because uh, the Prince estate has been doing some really weird things that completely go against Prince's wishes since he passed. So I'm really nervous about this collaboration. Uh, and I wonder is the quote unquote red tape that Prince didn't want the shit to come out.
Oh, that's a possibility.
So I'm nervous.
I mean, I hope that's not the case.
We may not even find out.
We may not. Prince didn't want a lot of things.
And his
I don't.
estate has not cared.
I don't mean anything by that when I say that. I just feel like that we've heard on multiple occasions that there were things that Prince was very adamant about, especially as it pertains to his death. He seemed to always know what he would want. No hologram, the whole hologram. I feel like is one that comes up every so often because people love to be like, we could just put him up there on the stage and he light up and sing as if you could just replicate people. I just like I don't think anyone really like sits down and thinks about what they're asking for when they ask for things like this. Anyway, um, yeah. So I think there's a possibility that what you're saying is correct.
Yeah.
It's certainly possible that that could be the reason why it took so long because it was not something that he wanted. Or maybe it was something that he wanted at a time and then it didn't happen. Listen, you know how much music we don't get? You know how
Yes.
much music artists just have?
Yes.
Or like a small amount of people know that this music exists? I mean, you are an artist,
Yep.
but I think I'm gonna just tell everybody a little story about you because we were talking one day about music and whatnot, and you were like, I have I have this verse that I wrote that you know I'm not gonna say anything crazy. You're looking at me like you're like
I
worried.
don't know what you're about to say.
No, I'm not. First of all, I wouldn't tell you business on the pod. They
You
know
just said you're going to tell my business on the pod.
they know you. They know you're an artist. We say it all the time. We
Just 1 second. My cousins are driving by.
all I was gonna say is that you said something to me that I thought was really interesting. That you were working on something else, and you were like, "Wait, I had this verse that I had written, and like it's never seen the light of day." That was the only point that I was trying to make. We could cut it out if
No, no,
you
it's
know.
fine. I didn't know where you was going to go with it.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say anything more than that, but I'm just saying that's a testament to music exists in different places or lyrics exist or however you want to say it in a lot of different places and there's a lot of music that we simply just don't get. I think that's okay too. I think sometimes you should be able to keep something for yourself if that's what you would like to do. You don't have to, but if that's what you want to do, or maybe there's a reason you never put it out.
Right.
Maybe it's something you did and then decided no, I don't want to do that. So I could totally see them being, cool with making this album together and then for whatever reason now it isn't viable. We won't know that, like you said, unless somebody comes out and said he was absolutely against this, it's in his will, whatever. We won't know that. But I'm not mad at a little Shaka and Prince.
In theory, it sounds good, and the music probably is gonna sound great. I'm just nervous because I feel like there's a lot of stuff happening that Prince didn't want happening, and I can't help but wonder, is this part of it? Call me a pessimist, but
I understand. Um, I don't know Shaka Khan personally.
me
I'd
neither.
like to I would like to believe that, she'll do right by his name. If they were close enough to have wanted to make an album together, I just kind of feel like, okay, well, I'm willing to. If it's coming out, it's coming out. You know.
Yeah,
Um, and
and
we
it's coming.
haven't, and we don't know. Like we haven't been told that that's the case. I feel like if someone comes out and says Prince didn't want this, then we could have a conversation about that. And I say respect people's wishes, but we don't know that that's the case. So maybe it was something that he thought someday they would put out. You know, there's a lot of conversation too around ownership of music, who owns what.
Yep.
Because that could be the red tape also. It could be like we recorded this music and really wanted the music to come out at some point, but it never came out because we didn't own the rights to the music.
Right. No, you're
So
right. There's a lot of possibilities.
yeah, so I don't know, and I'm gonna be honest. Been telling y'all, didn't read too much about this. So if something else comes up, if Shaka tells us more about what she's saying, then I'm absolutely willing to hear that. But yeah.